Hello, welcome to the Word That Sits with Derry, and this is Derry. It appears there's something the devil knows about marriage. There's a trick that he knows and is handy to him that he has been exploiting, that we, the children of God, are either not aware of it or we are not paying due attention to it. And that thing that the devil has been exploiting is unity, the power of unity in marriage. Before I begin to discuss, I have very little time to talk about this, but before I begin to discuss it, I want us to see something in Genesis 11 verse 6. And it says, "And the Lord said, indeed the people are one, and they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them." So what my own understanding of this, I don't know what yours will be, is that if there's an agreement and people are speaking with one voice, one language, then whatever they plan to do would not be withheld from them. So whatever goal, whatever agreement, whatever achievement that they have proposed to do and they are speaking one language, speaking one voice, agreeing together, then whatever they plan to do will not be withheld from them. That means impossibility cannot stand against what they have proposed to do. Now in Matthew 18 verse 19, Jesus says that if two, as little as two, come together and they agree and they ask, whatever they have asked for will be done for them by our Father in heaven. And so that brings me to this. Now, there's something about unity. There's something about agreement that impossibility cannot stand against. There's something about coming together that break the barriers of impossibility. Once you agree and once you ask, once you agree and you are determined, once you agree and you are focused, then whatever you have agreed on, whatever you have agreed to do, whatever you have planned to do will not be withheld from you. And guess what? It wasn't Moses that said it. It wasn't Paul that said it. It wasn't Elisha that said it. It was God himself that said it. And it was echoed by Jesus Christ. That if you agree concerning anything that you plan to do, that you propose to do, it won't be withheld from you. Amos 3:3 tells us that can two work together unless they agree? And so there's something about agreement. There's something about coming together to forge a force and a particular unified force, kind of, that when you eat something, it has to break. The barriers have to break. The impossibility has to give way. And so, let's hold that in one hand. Let's now come back to the issue of marriage. God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. And so he made a suitable helper for him in the person of his wife. And he said, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and will cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one. And what God has joined together, let not man put asunder. So there is a force in unity that impossibility cannot break. And then the unity that we are talking about in the course of this discussion is the unity of the husband and the wife. So when the husband and the wife agree, these are the tiniest form of agreement that there can be with humans. If the husband and the wife can agree concerning anything that they plan or propose or purpose to do, we are learning today that it will not be withheld from them. Impossibility will not stand against it. And so let's put that aside. Let me go back to telling you why I say there's a trick that the devil knows that we don't know. It's because the devil knows that once you and your husband or you and your wife come together, align over a particular issue, agree over a particular situation, whatever you have planned, whatever you have proposed, whatever you have in mind, your goal, it will not be withheld from you. Impossibility cannot stand against it. And so he would always make sure that agreement does not come. He would always make sure that alignment does not happen. One person would not understand the other. One person would want his or her voice to be heard much more than the other. And so achievement is not possible. So when there is no agreement, there's no achievement. Or when there's little agreement, then there's little achievement. And that is one thing I want you to hold on to. Now, one thing that I've learned with my own marriage is this. I learned this trick a very long time ago. And so I always make sure that I protect the unity of my marriage. I'm not fussy about anything. I have a husband who is, what do I call him? A very assertive man. But I'm very willing, because I understand the power of unity. And I understand that if we don't agree, nothing happens. So I agree with him. Even when I don't feel what he's saying is right, I go to God on my knees and I pray. So that there should be an agreement. So that whatever we have planned to do will happen. And it always happens. It might not happen. There might be a time lapse. But it always happens, because there will always be an agreement. I don't mind stepping down my opinion. I don't mind stepping down my ideas. I'm a woman of value. I have ideas. I am full of value. I know my worth. But I would rather work for the good of my family, work for the good of the unity of my home, than to want to prove a point or to want my opinion to stand. I'd rather shelve that opinion. For me, it is not important. It is not as important as the unity of my marriage, because I understand that if there's no agreement and if there's no alignment, then there's no achievement. And that is what I want to tell you in this message. That is what I'm bringing forth, that I want you to listen to, that I want you to hold on to. It's just like having, in heaven, for now, maybe when we die, there's no husband and wife. But as long as we are on earth, there's the husband and the wife, and God recognizes them. And he says he hates divorce. He said he stood there at the beginning. He witnessed our union. And so he's very, very interested in that union. And so when I go to God and I'm making a unilateral prayer point without my husband's agreement, it's as though I'm approaching heaven alone. It's for me, and for in this situation of my marriage, what we have with God is a joint account. And if I go to God alone, that means I want to make a withdrawal with a single signatory. It won't happen. It will stall. It would actually stall, because there's a second signatory. My account in heaven, our account as Mr. and Mrs. Obasa, as Darian and Bolaji, is a joint account. 2 signatories has to be on every request. There must be an agreement. There must be an alignment. And when that agreement happens, whatever we agree for and we pray about, we will have it. But if I go alone and I tell God, oh, this is what I want, if it's something that my husband has to agree on me with, I don't have that agreement, my request is on the table. God is expecting me to go back and align with my husband and agree with him, and then we come with a request that has 2 signatures, 2 legitimate signatures on that request, and then everything works. And since I've learned this thing, it has worked. I've been married for 21 years and it has worked. The moment I discovered it, before I discovered it, I was struggling. But the moment I discovered it, I broke that hold of Satan over my marriage. And now it's like fresh wine every day in my union. And I pray that you get this with you and you hold the unity of your marriage as a very important element of it. It's not about love. It's not about romance. This unity that I'm talking about is a strategy. It's a strategy that you must work with, that you must protect and you must pursue. And I know, because I've experienced it, that it will work for you, because God does not lie. If he says if 2 agree as concerning anything and they ask and it will be given to them, it will be given to them. And that too is the two of you and your spouse. Thank you. I hope this has blessed you. But this is just a snippet. I did more justice to this topic in my blog. So if you want to read the blog, kindly go check the link in the description and you will find my website link there. All my blog messages, my books, they are all there. And then at the end of this video, just towards the end of the video, you will see 2 of my interesting books. I have 6 books, but 2 of them I will display them at the end of this video for you to see. The link for them also in the description. You can always go there and get the link. And then bonus tips, all my books come with free first chapters, so you can either listen to the audio of the first chapter for free or read the first chapter for free online. The books come as hard copies, ebook, and audiobook. So if whatever works for you, you can always get them. The books are there, and I'm sure they will bless you. But if you want to learn more about unity in marriage, just check the description, click the link, go to my website, get the blog message, and read it. It's absolutely free. And if you'd rather listen to the audio, you can also get that there. Thank you, and God bless.